Happy Saturday. We're getting a little bit of a late start. It's raining, but we're headed to our next weekend getaway, and we're headed to Virginia.
Yeah, just outside of Richmond. Yeah, looking forward to it.
You know, that's what they say, Virginia is for lovers, so. Have you heard that? I don't know why. I never understood that slogan, but if you know why, let us know. But we're excited about going to Virginia. We're going to a homestead. We've been to some friends of ours who have been slowly building out their homestead, and so we'll when we get there and we get settled in, we'll connect back to you. Anything else you want to say? Why are we going on this trip?
They're doing an event where different people will have vans or doing projects on their van builds, and doing van tours, and just connecting with the land, and getting to meet people who maybe we've connected with on Instagram but never met with in person. So it's a good opportunity to be in person and human together instead of through these apps and devices and stuff.
I like that. Human together. That's what we're about to do. So come human with us, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. So we're settled in, and we've gotten to meet the campers who's here, and it's always a great group of people. Mike is cooking us up some food now that we're here, and so the homesteaders who live here, they have a greenhouse bus that he's cooking in front of, and I was just telling him, I was like, see, those bees on top of that bus isn't bothering you. They have that on top of the bus, you can see like the beehives, and I've been trying to convince Mike for us to have some beehives on the deck, and he's just been real skeptical. So are you convinced now, Mike?
Not at all.
But I don't know, I'm gonna go up closer so you can see the beehives. Can see the bees. I don't know if you could see them right there, making all of that sweet honey. And know that bee wax that's so good for you. You know, we gotta get us some of that, right, Mike?
Sure.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, so we're at Off-Gridish Homestead. Yeah, this is our friends Lucretia and Khalid.
Hello,
and we're way out, and we've been having such an amazing time here at this space. Like, after you've seen all the videos, but now you get to meet them. And what Khalid is doing right now, he's an artist. He's put together an outdoor art studio.
Yeah. So one of the teenagers here wants to paint, so I'm setting up a little situation for us to sit down and take in the natural scenery and create, and we're going to expand on this idea. So if you want to come explore that amidst nature, holla at Off-Gridish.
Yeah.
So check out their channel too, Off-Gridish Homestead.
It'll be in the description. And there's more to say, but I'm going to just show you this chair because it's beautiful.
A little humble setup, you know what I'm saying? Getting everything together, just set up here in the little cut. So we got our wood panels here. I'm going to get some paints out. I got buckets of water. I got brushes I'm going to put out. Use paper for the palette. And we'll sit here underneath the trees here in the shade. Because that's the only way you can do it. Summer is here, and we're going to create, and everybody's over there.
Good group of people. We found some. We made some shade on this beautiful day.
And shout out to Way Out for being like day one. They've been through like all the phases and stages.
Yes.
I want to show y'all a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Lots of love.
It's such a gratifying experience to come and come back and visit over and over and just see the growth and see
we're very thankful.
And it's just fam from the beginning.
Likewise. Yeah, very thankful for y'all for sure. You know what I'm saying?
From snowstorms to the heat.
Oh yeah.
We have have a snowstorm story. I'll tell you about that later.
That was hype, yo. That was hype. Yeah.
Yes.
That was hype.
All right, I'll tell you guys about the snowstorm story. All right, till next time. Morning. So it's pretty quiet here. It's in the morning. Mike is still sleeping, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of the place. So this is the homestead, and these are all of the different campers. You have a schoolie, you have the fuchsia bus, and then there's Turtle. This is their greenhouse school bus, and where Lucretia grows a lot of different things, strawberries and herbs, and the kids were playing in that yesterday, and they were picking her unripe strawberries that she worked so hard to grow, her and Khalid. And then down here, this is the walk to their idyllic cabin. I love the way it looks. We got some more campers out here, so some people who travel and camp inside their car with their tent. So I'm just gonna walk up to the cabin so you can see how beautiful it is. It's a gravel road. I don't know, I always love the sound of gravel when I'm walking on it. Oh, this is their sign at Dreadstead. So this is off-gridish living, or no, off-gridish homestead. I'll put their information down on the link, but when they got this sign after they were on I forget the name of the show. We've watched so many episodes of it. They go around and help, help homesteaders. I'll put that in the link too. You should definitely watch their video. It tells a lot about their story and their journey. And last night we had a good time here at this fire pit. So I guess it's all set up for the morning. And this is our common kitchen area right here. But this is what I want to show you. Look how beautiful this cabin is. It's so nice. You guys to Lucretia and Khalid. They're so nice. And their son Kiyoshi. We love them. And we remember when this cabin wasn't here. They were living out the school bus. That's now their greenhouse. They have like a little storage area here where she has like a whole tea selection. Lucretia was telling me about where you can like make your own tea. She's part of a group called Herbalist on Borders. No, I'm saying that wrong. Herbalist Without Borders. All right, so some people are still just getting up and I'll check in with you. Good morning. So I'm here in the greenhouse. So I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I'm just walking in. Let me back up a little bit. I'm walking into the back of the bus. And they're growing so many things here. I wish I could tell you what everything is, but I don't know. But I am actually trying to develop my green thumb and grow more. So maybe when I come back here the next time, or in a year or so, or a couple years, I'll be able to tell you what everything in here is. So yeah, this is the old school bus that they turned into a greenhouse. And if you saw earlier, that was Mike stirring around in the back. I'm coming out the back of the bus. I'm coming out now the back of the bus. It's on like a little hill. So, yeah, so you can see it behind me. So I came out the back. They got a water catchment going on here. If you can see that, those blue barrels into the white big containers. And let me show you, just coming around the wild side of the bus. So more plants everywhere. Plants in the wilderness, plants they're growing in pots. And Mike has already started. Hey Mike, good morning. Started cooking us breakfast. And the bees are doing fine this morning. We were trying to convince Lucretia to harvest the honey today, but we'll see if that happens. So I'm gonna walk up these stairs and see if I could sit on top of this bus. I'm getting a little closer to the bees, which I don't mind. I actually took a beekeeping 101 class, and you know, all my fear of bees disappeared. So the sun is a little bit in my face, but oh man, this has been such an amazing time with such a good group of people. I could do this like every weekend, you know? Well, maybe not every weekend, because I definitely do enjoy like my solo trips, my solo hike. I do enjoy Mike and our, you know, together trips, together hike. But yeah, like I could definitely do this like, you know, once a month. And I'm just the same as last time at the other homestead. I'm just so proud of like what Lucretia and Khalid has built here at the Dreadstead. Yeah, I remember when they were living in this school bus, them and Kiyoshi, and we would come and we would sit and have tea, and we would all be so cozy in this bus. I wonder if we took a post of it. That was only a couple of years ago. That wasn't that long ago. And now when I come back to this Dreadstead, so much has been built. There's so much new plans to be built. I mean, I love the bus greenhouse. So I'm just so happy to be here, and I'm just so happy to come back year after year, to support them and to cheer them on and just to be in community with them. All right, well, I'm about to have my coffee and my breakfast. We're all leaving at different times today. Some people are leaving tomorrow on Monday. But I will definitely try to check in with some campers today. Hey! So we're here with James, the ethnic explorer, who we met through Lucretia and Khalid, who you just met. And he's here at the camp out with us, and he's so cool. He's an expert of Virginia trails and national forests and state parks. And I found out that he's also an expert of Florida. And we haven't done too much travel in Florida, so I was picking his brain.
Yeah, Florida has a lot of places to go. Like, they have over 140 state parks, so it's plenty to see in Florida. Like, yeah, Virginia though, Florida can't beat Virginia. I'm gonna just say that. Right, the mountains, because everywhere in Florida is flat. I think the highest area is 300 feet.
Oh wow!
So.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, James,
that's a hill in Virginia.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, Virginia is for lovers, like I said earlier, and James was born and raised in Virginia, so he's a little biased, but he has a lot to be, proud of.
That's true.
So, check him out. I'll leave his information in the description. But he does a lot of traveling, and he's gonna go out west, he's gonna travel all of the United States. So very inspiring, and we're gonna check out his journey as well.
Yeah, one of the great things about actually getting out and starting to explore is you get to connect with people who you seen them on IG, seen them on YouTube, and it's like, oh, now, you're a person.
Like this person, moment, I've been wanting to meet y'all, and it's like, now we're finally meeting, and now we're like, it's awesome.
Yeah, Mike was connected.
We had chatted a couple times on Instagram. And then finally, connect in person.
It's a great big world, but we create small worlds in it, and it's so nice to connect with people in those small little worlds. So
that's so true.
All right, then. True. Check you out next time. Bye.
Okay, we're back from our trip over the weekend. It was a great time. We got to, hang out with the Off-Gridish fam, and we've been there, multiple times now. Got to reconnect with them. We hadn't seen them after, for a few months. Probably more than like 6 months or so. So it was good to hang out with them. And we got to meet some new fam, some people that we had contact with on Instagram before, had seen on Instagram before, and some people we, just met or heard of for the first time there. And it was just overall just a chill, open vibe kind of positive weekend.
Yeah, it was definitely my kind of get together. The way Lucretia and Khalid set it up, it was really low key. They had a set amount of people who could be there. So it was it was a small gathering, but it was a good size gathering to really connect with everyone there. So it was for the whole weekend, but we got there. I think most of the campers got there on Friday night, but we didn't get there until Saturday morning. And it wasn't until I think Sunday, I thought a lot of people already knew each other, but it was because they had been there an additional night that they connected. People were connecting so closely, and I could see why. Everyone there was just so great, just good spirit, good vibes all around. On Saturday night we had a campfire. You see from the video, we sang. Everything was chill and organic. We were up until I don't know what,
probably close to midnight, or
I think it was after midnight, but yeah, it was really nice. And then the next day same thing around lunchtime. It was a perfect get together, in my opinion.
I think just generally being out in the woods, outdoors, it kind of brings out a different vibe in people, but I think it's also just you just don't know, who's going to show up or how people are going to show up. And I think everybody, when you come into situations where you meet new people, it's common to have your guard up. And I just felt like in that space, everybody's guard was down from the jump.
Everybody was open,
everybody was open, and everybody was comfortable to be themselves and do what they wanted to do, and and just there's kids running around playing, and like and adults doing what hanging out together, and like the conversations just flowed wherever people wanted them to go, and yeah, it's just good times. Yeah.
And so not only did we get to chill and vibe and get to know each other, we also learned a lot of things too. Like Lucretia and Khalid had invited their neighbor over, and he showed us some stuff about weapons.
Yeah, he's a blacksmith.
Oh yeah, he's a blacksmith that happened to be on a show that Mike actually watches and likes. Like,
the
what
Forged
is it?
in Fire.
Yeah. So he was showing us like a replica of a Zulu spear, and then he had another one. I think that was that was authentically from maybe Ethiopia, because it had
was
the
made for. He said it was made in Germany, but it was clearly made for Ethiopia, because it had the Lion of Judah stamp on it. So,
yeah, so we learned some things about that, and then and I don't know if you it was a van build, so we got together so everyone could like build out their van and do particular projects, and so people actually worked on their van.
Yeah, putting insulation in, screens on the doors.
Yeah, so
like
yeah, and then people who weren't so handy definitely got help from those who were handy. I know Mike helped someone with her van, and James was helping another van dweller with her van. So yeah, it was just everybody just kind of pitched in. So we worked, we played. So yeah, it was good times all around. So if this sounds like your kind of thing, this was Off Gridish first get together like this, but they already said that it was just such a good thing that they could see themselves doing more. So definitely stay tuned, and definitely connect with the people. We're gonna leave everyone's descriptions, everyone's contact YouTube in the description, because I know for me it's really hard to like find people on YouTube to watch, and so these people have YouTubes that I didn't even know. So if you're interested in this type of life, definitely give their YouTube a check out and support it. So here's the snowstorm story I promised you. We actually posted about this. It happened in January of 2022, so I was able to pull up the IG post that we posted during that time. So that's what you see here. But basically, short story, we were coming up from after spending holidays in Georgia with family, and Mike's dad called us, and we had just crossed the Virginia border, and he was like, what's going on? We're watching the news, and I-95 is completely shut down. And I remember Mike and I being like, what now? Like, how can a whole highway be completely shut down? Like, I-95 runs up and down the span of, the East Coast. So we were just like, we couldn't believe it. And we were seeing the traffic already picking up, but thankfully we were able to like get off on an exit. And we had called Off Gridish to tell them what happened and asked if we could like just stay with them until, the snowstorm and the highway opened back up. And we were so grateful we did, because if we would have tried to continue going, we would have been stuck in the shutdown, because at a certain point you couldn't go back, you couldn't go off exits, everything was like shut down. And I remember watching the news, and people were having some real ordeals about the situation. Like, people were traveling in their cars with kids and didn't have food, and they were there for like 24 hours. But anyway, it all worked out just so nicely for us. And we were sitting on their bus, cozy. And when the highway opened back up, we just left, and we went home. And it just affirmed for us. This was like in the beginning of us trying to build out the above ground railroad. And it just really affirmed for us the significance and the importance of building these connections and these networks for situations where, the unexpected could happen. And since then, we have built these strong relationships all across the US, and we will continue to do so. And we know that we feel, confident that folks would welcome us with the same open arms and vice versa. And so we're really happy about what we've built here. So that's it. That's the snowstorm story. You could actually go and read the post to find out a little more details about it. But until next time, thanks for joining us.